Hi folks, and welcome to Straight Tripping BJJ. Today we're going to take a look at the 10th Planet qualifying matches, look at some highlights and finishes. So starting off with Sanchez and Medina. They start here doing some hand fighting, and Sanchez decides to pull guard. He puts in his knee shield, keep Medina at bay, and Medina here is going to overwrap the head into a head and arm, and Sanchez does something very cool here. He wraps up the legs together, and this prevents Medina from getting a better bite with his body in order to be able to finish that choke. And Sanchez manages to reverse the position, get the side control, making that choke ineffective. Medina lets it go. Sanchez is maintaining really good pressure here, no space. Nice frame from Medina with his right arm there against the neck. And he uses his butterfly to pull him into a full butterfly guard. And very cool here, he does a shoulder crunch sweep, but he does it to the other side, which I didn't know was possible, but clearly it is. And here's another clip here. And there it is. And remember, guys, if you're enjoying the content, smash that like button, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let me know what you think of it. Medina trying to pass the guard here, looking again for the head and arm choke. Doing a good job of stapling the legs. And now he's trying to get that other leg free. And here's the, again, that shoulder crunch. Didn't sweep, but he was using it as a control position. Sanchez goes into Ashy here. Does a nice job sweeping Medina. And he just uses it for the sweep. He doesn't go into a leg attack here. Here Sanchez is on top. Framing on the waist here. Jumps over into his own head and arm attack. And take a look at the difference here. His left leg is pinning the right leg of Medina. It's very very cool use. I guess you'd call that a staple. And he's just being very patient here. Medina has Sanchez's leg as well, like we saw at the beginning here when the position was reversed. But he lets it go here, and Sanchez pops up to the top, locks up with his legs, full guard, and that is a tap. That was a really beautiful transition and finish by Sanchez. Up next we have Sam Schwartz with Mike John, and they start off standing here, hand fighting. These guys seem a bit more aggressive with their stand-up and the hand fighting than Sanchez. Nice double leg attempt here by Schwartz. Tries to jump over to half guard. They end up in a scramble here. Schwartz looking for the north-south position. Nice inverting and scrambling from John on the bottom. And finally gets the body lock control there at the end. And back up to the feet here. This must have been a grueling match for these two guys. There was a lot of stand-up, a lot of pummeling and hand fighting, head-butting, and John tries to go over top there and grab a head control. And Schwartz goes down, fakes the the guard pull, pops back up, and John latches onto a head and arm choke here. Just beautiful, so quick. Let's take a look at that again in slow motion here. It happens so quick. Here, John flips him over, and he's got the head and arm already. And it's just his left leg is up over the shoulder here. Just no defense for Schwartz. Just beautiful. And that's Mike John for the win. Up next, Joseph Wingate and Chase Hanna. Hanna pulls guard. Nice little sweep there, not really a lot of resistance. Looks like Wingate's fine with being on his back. Going for a leg attack here. And Hanna reverses it. Gets the 50-50 position here. Legs triangled. And he's ready to crank on that heel. And they're rolling, Wingate's trying to defend here, switching back and forth, trying to change the angle on the heel hook. Really good bite here, and there it is. Quick finish, really nice. Chase Hanna for the win. Up next is Nicholas Creighton and Derek Rayfield. Not a ton of action in this one, but there's a couple of neat things that I like to see here. So in this position here, looks like Rayfield's got a bit of a lockdown here on the leg, and Creighton on top is trying to do some smothering with his hand, some Wagner Rocha smothers right there, as you can see. And Rayfield is looking for double unders and being given a hard time, so he decides to throw in one of his own smothers as well for a nice distraction here. And he manages to get his hips over to the right a little bit and turn it over for a sweep. Really nice. So this goes into overtime with Creighton on the back, and Rayfield does an awesome job with his right leg here, blocking the body triangle. This is time escape. So if the fastest escapes will win in the end if you don't get submitted. So once that body triangle gets in, man, it's bad news for quick escape. So Rayfield is doing a tremendous job here blocking that. And then once he gets over the leg, he just has to get his shoulders to the mat, which he does here by shrimping out sideways. And there it is. There's the escape. So now Rayfield is attacking from spiderweb. And here we go here. Rayfield holds onto the left leg to keep him from getting up on his knees. And somehow he inverts over the back of his head. I'm not sure if maybe Rayfield actually pulled him that way. Looked like a pretty uncomfortable position here, though. And Rayfield manages to get him back to his back on the mat. Good pressure on that arm. Again, hooking onto that leg. Lets it go to get a better bite on the arm. Creighton is kind of trying to step over here and disrupt the arm attack. Rayfield's not letting it go, though. He's hanging on tight, and again, like with this being a timed overtime here as well, it's good for him to be able to hold on to this as long as he can. Just relentless, hanging on to this armbar. Creighton falls up to his back, and Rayfield ends up on top, still searching for that armbar. And now he's switching his legs over the head again. He's getting lifted up off the mats. I don't think you're allowed slams here, so finally gets the escape, but that was a long ride time. And once again, Rayfield on the back, going for the rear naked. Getting down the side, and you can see again, he blocks that body triangle. Just, man, that's a technique that you don't see many people employing yet, but it's vital in this overtime. And again, pulls the leg off his hip, scoots over to the side, gets his back to the mat, and spins out. Beautiful escape. Textbook. Rayfield on the attack. This time he chooses the rear naked choke. Pulls him down, and look, there's the body triangle. Now Crawford can roll till his heart's content, but that is not an easy escape. Creighton does let go of the seatbelt here, and Crawford tries to turn into him. Now Rayfield is in mount position. Crawford managed to rotate his body inside that body triangle, which isn't easy. But still, the ride time is adding up here. And that's an escape there. Now Crawford decides to go for the arm attack from spiderweb. Rayfield kicks his feet up here and gets a bite on the head, Crawford. And this position's kind of dangerous for both guys because there's an arm bar presented in both directions here. Rayfield manages to make some space there, the legs off the face, and it's just enough to get the escape. Very quick escape on that one. Up next, Rayfield's going for the arm bar attack from spiderweb. He underwraps the leg. He goes into an unusual position here where he puts his leg over top of Crawford's leg, and he ends up getting the armbar from there. Let's take a look at that again. This is very interesting. So you can see him trap that leg underneath his leg, and then he manages to get control of the arm from there, and there it is. There's the tap. And that's Derek Rayfield for the win. Up next, Alan Sanchez and Mike John. A little bit of hand fighting here. They eventually get to the ground. John is doing some inverting here, trying to find some sort of entry to attack. Sanchez falls back, super quick heel hook. So let's take a look at how that happened. Sanchez was looking for a bunch of different angles here and trying to get a leg drag position. He tried a couple of times, and here he gets it in deep, throws his legs over top to lock it down, and an unusual grip there on the heel to finish it. Not your standard grip. Very beautiful. Sanchez for the win. So up next is Nicholas Creighton and Sam Schwartz. And Creighton decides to pull guard right away. Shoots in there, inverted attempt at an Imanari roll perhaps. Schwartzfeld stays low, manages to attain north-south position here, and goes into side control. Here I thought he was looking for a twister setup. He kind of pokes his feet in and out a couple of times, and pushes the knee down to the side, hops over top, going for probably a knee bar there. Creighton ends up turning, exposing his heel, getting finished by the heel hook. Let's take a look at that again. Here he is triangling his legs, and as that's happening, Creighton turns away. Schwartz pushes the foot under his armpit there for the finish. Schwartz for the win. Up next, Chase Hanna and Derek Rayfield. Rayfield hops away. Trying to slide in past the guard here. Hanna's on top. Good head pressure. Going to attack a leg here. Switches it over to the other leg. They roll. Hanna's trying to lock up that heel hook. They roll some more. Nice leg pummeling here. Rayfield's really holding on to Hanna's head here, trying to avoid this. Rayfield goes to his belly and locks up that heel hook for the finish. Here it is again in slow motion. Look how far he rotates in to get that. And once he comes back around, man, that is super tight. Super tight. And it looks like Rayfield doesn't really quite tap soon enough here. He's in bad shape as he gets up. Chase Hanna for the win. Up next, John DeBella and Charles Riles. So this match, relatively uneventful during regulation time. They go to overtime here. Riles chooses spiderweb, attacking the armbar. He's got an underhook on the leg. And look at the pressure. Nice pressure with his right leg there on the face. They try to break the grip. There it is. Look at that. DeBella tries to get up to his knees. Riles breaks the grip finally. Gets hold of the wrist. Keeps the thumb pointed up. And that's a tap. Really nice quick submission. And now DeBella's got to beat that time in order to win. Ride time means nothing if he doesn't get the submission. And Riles picks him up like Thor's hammer. Raises him into the air. And DeBella loses grip. Charles Riles for the win. Up next, Alan Sanchez against Chase Hanna. This is for all the marbles. Little grip fighting here. They both look really relaxed. Hanna pulls guard. Sanchez obliges and steps in here. Overwraps the head. Head and arm. Guillotine. This is really tight. You can see. Hanna's fighting it off. Sanchez just keeps cranking on it. Hanna's trying to move his feet a bit, trying to make some space. Really tight position. Sanchez is going to be careful not to burn his arms out. He lets go of the position, stays on top. Hanna's framing on the waist here, trying to make some space. Looking for half guard escape here. Sanchez, nice crossface. Hanna's not giving up though. Gets up to his elbow. Sanchez manages to expose the back, come around to the back. And that's a tap. So let's take a look at that again. Sanchez on top here, putting a ton of pressure. Hanna tries to frame and get up on his elbow. Sanchez sticks his hand in underneath there to trap the arm and take the back. Just tremendous jiu-jitsu. Very impressive by Sanchez. And there's the tap. Sanchez is your 10th Planet Jiu Jitsu qualifier, Welterweights entry into the EBI 19. Very impressive.